Just a quick note before we start. I wanted to take this time to acknowledge that our bodies are beautiful and we are way too hard on them. I recorded this video, and as you can see, I'm not wearing a top. I'm just wearing my sports bra, which I very rarely do because I am so insecure about my stomach due to my endo flares and often having an endo belly. And I was actually having a flare this day, but I felt confident in what I was wearing. But then as soon as I saw the video, I was horrified. I immediately was like, I hate my body. I hate the way it looks. And I almost didn't post this video. And so I am posting it anyways, regardless of how I think I look in this video, because it's not about what we look like. It's about how we feel in our practice. And I felt good while I was leading this practice. So I hope you do too. And I hope that you take a moment before you start your practice to just really send some love and compassion to your physical container. You are so much more than your body. You are so much more than what we think we should look like. You are beautiful and perfect and whole just as you are. So enjoy this practice and really lean into how it feels, not what it looks like. And welcome to Movement with Laurelle, hosted by Wild Wandering Creations. I'm Laurelle and I'm going to be leading you through this practice today. Today we're transforming through movement, so you better believe that it's going to get a little spicy. We're going to be moving faster than usual, and it's going to be a little bit quicker, but it's really going to get that blood pumping, that energy moving, and you're going to be able to feel that transformation come inward and outward. So go ahead, get into some comfortable clothes, and we're going to meet standing today. So go ahead, start by standing at the back of your mat, and you're going to root those feet underneath those hips, soften through those knees, arms alongside the body. Let's reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, and you're going to start to walk the hands out into a plank pose. So take those hands underneath those shoulders, root through the feet, engage the core, and then as you exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Start to slide forward, high plank. Lift those hips up and back, downward facing dog. Move with your breath. Take it back. Getting right into it today. One more just like that. Hold here for 3, for 2, and 1. So just slowly lift those hips up and back. Give that head a little shake. No, a nod. Yes. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, side out the mouth, let it go. And start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Forward fold here. Let's take those feet underneath those hips once more. Let that head hang nice and heavy. Release any tension in the neck. And then the hands find the shins. Halfway lift. Release forward. Start to walk those hands back out. Downward facing dog. You're going to start to find a soft bend in the knees, and you're going to look to the front. You're going to step that right foot wide, and then you're going to step that left foot wide, coming into almost like a little squat. And then you're going to start to reach the arms up, keeping those feet nice and wide. Bend into the elbows, cactus through the arms. Reach it up. Hands connect overhead. Start to bend into the knees. Hands come towards your heart as you come into Malasana, Yogi Squat. Then reach back up. Straighten through the legs, bend through the elbows, cactus through the arms, open it up. Moving just like that a few more times. Hands connect, drop it low. Reach it up. Cactus through the arms. Reach it all the way up, hands connect, sink it into those hips. One more just like that. Cactus. Reach up. Hands connect. This time sink into those hips, and you're going to hold here. Really sink into those hips. Maybe find just a little shift in the hips as you start to settle into some stillness. Option always to slide a block underneath those hips for a little added support. And then you're just going to hold here. So maybe the heels are grounded, maybe they're lifted. I know for me, sometimes My heels don't quite make contact. Sometimes they just hover just a little bit. And then if we feel like we can, take that right hand down and lift the left arm up. Beautiful. Take it back down, hands come together, lift the chest, left arm down, right arm opens up, twist it open. Hands connect. Start to root through the feet, stand nice and tall, reach up. Hands start to connect overhead. You're going to heel toe those feet back underneath the hips. Hands come towards your heart. Release them down. Let's take a nice big breath in. I don't know about you, but I am already feel my breath moving fast. So let's take a moment here to catch our breath. Reach the arms up. Release the hands this time. Connect them behind the low back. Open up through the chest. Shoulder blades draw together. Breathe here for 3, for 2, and 1. Soft bend in the knees, hinge forward. Release. Let that head get heavy. Arms overhead. You're going to start to drop through that right shoulder. Keep the arms, pull them towards the right, and lift the gaze towards the left. Slowly come back through center. Deep bend in the left knee as you bring the gaze over towards the right. Back through center, fold forward, release the hands. Hands find the shins, halfway lift. Release the hands, step that left foot back. Start to ground down through the feet as you rise through center. Hands start to reach up towards the sky. Make sure that you're bending into that front knee and you're lifting that heel away from the earth. Good job. How are we feeling? How are you feeling? Ask yourself. Check in. Start to bend into the elbows, bend into the knee, cactus. Reach it up. I did tell you that it was going to get spicy really fast. Just imagining yourself transforming through movement. What does that look like for you? One more here. Hold it. Bend into that knee. Open up through those arms. Can you lift the gaze? Lift the chest. And then as you inhale, reach up, straighten through that back leg. Drop that back heel down. Open up those arms. Warrior 2. Take a peek at the feet. Make sure that they're in line. And then you're going to flip that front palm. Reverse. Pull it back. Lift the gaze. Start to come back up through center. Right arm down, left arm overhead for extended side angle. Nice long line from that left foot all the way to the left fingertips. Make sure that you're engaging the core, lifting away from that right knee. One more breath here. Start to rise up. Straighten through that front leg. You're going to start to pull that left hip back, right arm forward, and start to hinge from those hips right in Utkatasana. Letting that right hand fall anywhere to the inside of that right leg. Lift the gaze here. Find your breath. Next inhale brings you up. Flip that front palm, reverse triangle, take it back. Start to come back through center, keep that front leg straight. Arms come out nice and wide as you start to pivot the right toes to face the same direction as the left. Start to pull those heels in, toes out. Start to bend into it. Cactus through the arms, goddess pose. Let's take the hands down towards the thighs. We'll just find a little movement side to side. Shift it around, move those hips. You've got it. Start to slow it down a little bit. Drop that right shoulder, gaze over the left. Take it back up. Drop that left shoulder, gaze over the right. And then let's take it back up through center. Start to reach the arms, take them up, straighten through the legs. As you exhale, bend into the elbows, bend into the knees. Move between those two shapes, reach up, straighten. Deep bend. You've got this. 2 more. Couple more, just like that. You've got it. Last one here, hold. Breathe here for 3, for 2, for 1. Start to reach it up. And start to slowly pull that left foot back, right leg forward. Start to sink back into warrior 2. Bring the gaze over the right fingertips. And then you're going to slowly start to release the hands, frame that front foot, lift that back heel, drop that back knee down, and start to straighten through that front leg, shift the hips back, half split. Squaring off those hips, breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Slide it forward. Hands frame that front foot, lift the back knee, step that left foot forward to meet the right. Fold forward. Hands find the shins, halfway lift. Release. Root into the feet, rise. Hands connect alongside the body. Nice, strong mountain pose. Take a moment here in your mountain pose. Notice how you're feeling. Notice what's present in the body and the mind. And then you're going to slowly reach the arms up. Interlace the hands, press the palms towards the sky, and you're going to lift up through the heels. Lower them down. Lift up. And lower. Couple more, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. The last one here, hold. Release the hands, take them out in front of you. Palms press towards the earth. Start to sink into those hips, bend into the knees. Hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. Drop those heels, lift the arms. Chair pose. Utkatasana, hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Lift up. Start to fold it forward. Release the hands. Hands find the shins, halfway lift. Release the hands, step that right foot back. Start to ground down through the feet. Really feel stable in the hips, and then start to lift the arms up. Lift that back heel. Soften through those shoulders. Let's find that little flow. Bend into the elbows, bend into the back knee. Lift it back up. Bend into it. Maybe you're connecting each movement with your breath. Maybe you're just kind of experimenting, getting curious, exploring. That is what our yoga practice is all about. Staying open, staying aware, and staying curious. Hold here. Breathe for 3, for 2, and for 1. Lift the arms. Straighten through the back leg. Drop that back heel, open up those arms. Reposition the feet so that you can find warrior 2. Soften through those arms. Flip through that front palm. Reverse. Take it back. Lift the gaze. Slowly come back through center. Left arm down, right arm overhead. Find your length here. Extended side angle. Try not to put too much weight into that left shoulder. You've got this. One more full breath. Come back up. Straighten through that front leg. Right hip back. Left arm forward, hinge from those hips. Utkatasana, triangle pose. Only bending as far as it feels good for you. Opening up through the chest. Spreading wide through the fingertips. Next breath brings you up. Flip that front palm, reverse triangle, keep that front leg straight. Start to come back through center, arms nice and wide. Keep the legs straight as you start to pull the left toes towards the right. You're going to pull those heels in, toes out just like before. And you're going to start to sink into those hips, reach the arms. Bend into the elbows. Reach the arms all the way up this time. Start to connect the hands. Bend into the knees, hands come towards your heart. Sweep it up. Hands connect, bend into it. Beautiful, you've got this. Lift it up. Take it up. Last one here. This time, let's cactus through the arms, bend into the elbows. Hold here for 3, 2, And one. Hands find the thighs. Let's find that little movement side to side. Shift it around. Should feel really good. And then you're going to start to slowly rise up as you find that movement. Shift it around. Let it go. Hands find the hips. Heels out. Toes in. Arms out nice and wide in that T shape. And we'll start to hinge forward, fold forward as we release the hands down towards the earth. Let that head get really heavy. Really releasing here, letting go. And then maybe you take that left hand to the left ankle or the left calf and that right hand to the right ankle and or the right calf. And you're just going to start to really pull the legs so you can feel a nice deep stretch in the back of the legs and really allow the upper body to get nice and heavy. Breathe here for 3, for 2, for 1. And release the hands to the center, tent through the fingertips, halfway lift. Fold it forward. Lift up. And fold. One more just like that, lift up. Lower down. And then you're going to start to slowly rise up through center, arms come out nice and wide in that T shape. You're going to start to slowly pull the heels in, not quite so that they're in that goddess formation, but toes are pointing forward, heels are pointing back. And then you're going to start to take the hands to the heart center. And we're going to find a little bend into the right side, a little bend into the left. Starting to deepen it just a little bit more. And then we're going to start to transition into Skandasana. So start to lower and then shift, seeing if you can keep the hips low. If you have to rise up, no worries. You can also use the hands for support to help guide you in the earth, or the hands can stay connected to the heart. Beautiful. Next time you get to that right side, you're going to start to come to the right side, hold. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches up. Hands come back through center. Move towards that left side. Left hand down, right arm up, open. Come back through center. Start to slowly rise as you bend into the knees, coming more to a higher stance. Beautiful. I don't know about you, but I am sweating. Arms come out nice and wide. Keep that soft little bend, and then you're going to start to straighten completely through those legs, and we're just going to find a little twist. Nice and small. You can take the hands behind the head, twist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back through center. Arms come out nice and wide. You're going to reach for that left ankle with that right hand. Left arm comes up. Come back up through center. Left hand towards the right ankle. Arm up. Back through center. This time, start to pull that left foot towards the front of the mat. So we're going to come back into that warrior 2 stance. Start to bend into that front knee. And then you're going to swing that right arm forward, lift that back heel, lift up. Hands frame that front foot. And you're going to gently lower that back knee down. Good job. Start to shift those hips straight into the front leg. Half split here, fold. Breathe for 3. Try to keep that spine nice and long. Blocks come in really handy here, bringing that earth a little closer so that we can lengthen through the body. One more big breath. And then start to pull that leg forward. Listen carefully. You're going to bend into that front knee, tuck through the back toes, lift up through the back knee. You're going to step that right foot a little bit wide and a little closer so that you can straighten through that front leg. And we're going to come into our pyramid pose. So really fold forward here. Again, if you need to bring that earth a little closer, use blocks or anything that gives you a little bit of height. One more big breath here. Slight bend in the left knee. Step the right foot forward. Step that left foot back. Pyramid on the other side. Fold. One more big breath here. You've got it. Start to step that left foot back a little bit. Lift the back heel. Step that right foot back. Downward facing dog. Heels maybe come towards the earth. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you slide forward, high plank. Lower all the way or halfway. Lift the chest, baby cobra, upward facing dog. Shift it back. Downward facing dog. Let's take those knees nice and wide. Let them come towards the earth. Big toes touch. Shift it back. Child's pose. Release the head. Release the arms. Start to breathe into the pelvis and along the spine. Find a little shimmy from side to side. Roll out through the forehead. And feel each breath in its entirety as it moves through you. Slowly press away from the earth, keeping the knees where they are. And then you're going to start to walk the hands out behind you. Fingertips are going to start to point towards the front, and you're going to lift up the hips just a little bit, open up through the chest. Shoulder blades drop together. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Lower. Knees come together. Hands find the thighs. Take a nice big breath in. Big breath out. Lift the gaze towards the sky. Tilt the head back. And then slowly draw the chin in towards the chest. Come back up through center. Take the head towards the right. Back through center. Take the head towards the left. Back through center. Now, as you sit here, I want you to notice how you're feeling. Can you feel the body, its warmth, its energy, its vibration? And as you sit here, I want you to just find a moment of gratitude. A moment of gratitude for your body and its movement and its ability to move at this pace. At its ability to move and breathe and transform. And then as we end our practice, I would love to acknowledge that yoga is an ancient Eastern practice, most notably from India, and thanking our South Asian ancestors who cultivated this practice for us to be able to partake in it. I hope you're feeling warm. I hope you're feeling energized. And I hope you continue to practice in a way that feels good for you. Take one more big breath in and sigh out to seal our practice. With gratitude for our practice. With gratitude for our community. Thank you so much for holding space with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know how it left you feeling in the comment section below. And do not forget to subscribe so that you can get free yoga, meditation, and astrology videos every single week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this journey. I'll see you next week.